Kia ora, beautiful world. How are we? How are we? Kia ora and hello on this wonderful Friday afternoon, evening. It comes around so fast, it's like 6:30 and I thought that it was still like 4:30. But my time zone life that I live on is I stay up a lot later and I wake up a lot later too in general. If you are joining us live or on the replay, say kia ora, say hello. We're going to pull some cards and some messages this Friday evening. I am just sharing it to my personal page, if I've shared it correctly. Yes, correct. Yeah, how are we all? And what have you got planned for your weekend? Anything exciting? Anything challenging? Hard work? Playtime? We are going to pull some cards today. All I have done today is is I slept in. I woke up at about like 11 or 12 today, but I needed the extra sleep. I woke up a bit earlier and realized that I really needed to go back to sleep, but I'd done a big Rapid Ascension Awakening meditation yesterday, and often when I do some of those biggie ones, I think it's like a 42-minute one, sometimes it shifts something in me and I'm really tired. And then today, so I just slept and then did some awesome new meditations that my wonderful mentor has made for us for her third eye chakra consciousness awakening consciousness program. I always forget the name, there's so many words. So I have meditated, slept and eaten today, and that is about it. But that is big work. Meditating and sleeping is big fucking work, guys. I think we need to remind ourselves of that. Sometimes we go, oh, all I've done is slept and meditated, but that is big integration, big processing, big shifting, big energy. So it's almost like drop the just, Maddie. It's big, powerful work that you're doing. And for anyone else that also does a lot of meditating or sleeping or integration rest, and the time out, the doing nothingness and the sitting still is fucking vitally important. So if you're joining us live and you would like a message today, pop a yes please, Maddie, into the comments. Otherwise, we will start with some collectives and see if anyone is drawn to coming on and receiving any messages today. If you are joining the replay, watching the replay, feel welcome to even put a card number 1, 2 or 3 in the comments now, or just scroll through and then pause whenever you feel intuitively drawn to throughout the video recording, and then have a little listen to any of the messages that come through for you, because even though it's not specifically for you, it specifically is for you if you hear it, and we all hear our own messages and our own gifts through cards, messages, even the replays, and the universe brings them to us when we need them at the most divine time. It doesn't always have to be in the real time. We are reading from the Shaman's Dream Oracle by Colette Baron-Reid today. These cards are magical. They're definitely my fave. I try not to have a favourite, but at the same time, they are definitely my fave. The artwork on them is so fucking powerful. Kia ora, Michaela. How are you? Lovely to have you here. Alright, so I'm going to start. Let's start with a couple of collective ones. What did I just say? I said I'll pull 3. And if anyone is joining us live and you would like a card, just check a yes please into the comments. And after we've pulled a few collectives, I'm very happy to pull you a card or a message for your Friday evening. Well, it might be a different time of day for you wherever you are in the world, but for me right now it is Friday evening in the wonderful New Zealand. Okay, let's see what we have for today. Number 1, Feast of Plenty, choices and their consequences. Feast of Plenty, choices and their consequences. It's interesting because when I first seen this, it's like the world, but it also reminds me of like a snow globe, but not a snow globe, but like a bubble of magic, kind of like the world, but not the world, but everything, all the pieces outside it. Almost like a reminder, like when I read the choices and their consequences, it's almost like we always have a choice, like, and we always, it depends on our perception, like I'm getting something about, depends on our perception of our situation, of the choices in front of us, of our opportunities, our bits and pieces in our life that come up, our relationships, our career paths, or our passion and our purpose. It's like we always have a choice on the way that we perceive it, on the way that we understand it, on the way that we approach things, the way that we react or act or action things in our life. There is always a choice and a certain perception that we have on those situations, things, relationships, happenings, our emotions, our core deep healing, or our the negative emotions and the positive emotions that arise in us, and all the emotions and all the feelings. There is always a choice of bringing and practicing and bringing ourselves back in those moments as well. I just talked to my mentor today about so I work with her one-on-one, and I talk to her most days, not every day, but I can talk to her every day if I want to. And I was talking to her and I was like, I'm such in a happy space in my life. I'm such like, everything is so flowful and in line, and everything feels really, really fucking good and is really, really deeply, truly happy in my heart. And then I said to her at the same time, I was like, but at the same time, I'm getting to the evening sometimes, and I was cooking a quiche for dinner last night by myself, pottering around in the house alone, and I just voice noted her, and I was like to her, well, do you know what? I just feel lonely. I feel like this sudden sadness of like loneliness for some reason, and I'm not sure where it's coming from, but I have so many beautiful people, so many beautiful relationships, and a really good relationship with myself. So I was like, where is this kind of lonely sadness kind of coming from? Is it a collective thing? Is it a thing in the energy? Is it something that we're shifting through? Is it something that we're moving through? Or where is it coming from? And I realized, again, it's like another layer or level of me going through my own expansive growth journey and my spirituality and my gifts and my understanding of the world and my new recalibration of like my new way of life, my new way of being, that's actually not new anymore because I've been living it for a while, but it's still new from compared to the other 28 years of living this time reality lifetime, if that makes sense. And this part of me and my soul, or my personality and who I am and my emotions, is still recalibrating. So sometimes it does feel really lonely when you are still supported by a tribe or people that understand you or accept you or love you for exactly who you are, but then there's still other elements in your life when you walk around. It's like when someone's really spiritual or very kia ora sama, when someone is very spiritual or very, very conscious and very, very aware, done some self-development, etc., and then you have another person, and this is not a shame or blame or anything, it's just a factual thing, you have another person that's very unconscious, and it's challenging to have conversations, or it's challenging to spend time together, especially, I suppose, not for everyone, but for someone like me who's quite obsessed with my work. I'm quite obsessed with my spirituality, with my growth, with my learning. It's like soul food to me, and I'm always learning, and I'm always shifting and moving, and it's just learning, and I love learning about it. But then when I have someone else that lives a different lifestyle to me, that's very, I suppose, in my opinion, without judgment, but more mainstream, more very like, okay, we get a job and we work in the city and then we do it like this, and then we go to the doctors and we do it like that and we do it like that, or very in a form unconscious that this is the way it is because we've been told that it's like this and so we do it like this. Me trying to be fully authentically me and true me in those times, in those moments, it can be challenging because I'm trying to connect with them on a level, and then I'm like, this is really challenging because we don't really have, something that we relate to each other and connect to each other on the same level. Our opinions and our style and our differences are really, really different. What did you say, Summer? Kia ora, Summer. Summer Dawson, hello, I'm you. I was wondering if I could please have a reading. Welcome, Summer. Lovely to meet you. Where are you coming in from around the world? Kia ora, is it Maya? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Let me know if I am. Yes, Summer, you are welcome to have a card. I'm going to pull 2 more collective ones, and then we will pull you a message. And if anyone else would like a message today, just popping a yes please into the comments. My name is Madeline Lee. I am from Raja Stigma. If you are new here, I'm an intuitive healer, a mindset mentor, expressive dance coach, herpes advocate, and do a bunch of creative, beautiful things. Healing and self-development is my damn passion. Maya says yes. Oh, I'm glad that I'm pronouncing it right. Where are you coming in from around the world, Maya? Summer says, I'm from North Carolina. Beautiful. I am from New Zealand. I'm in Auckland, New Zealand. So lovely to connect with you. Right. Oh my God. Okay, so that was second. Yeah, I just saw how long I shuffled in. That was second collective card, so it's the exact same one. I'm going to just read it from the book quickly for you, yeah? Because it obviously just wanted I was going to pull 3 collective cards to start. That was the second one, but it was the same card. Feast of Plenty, choices and their consequences. So let's read it from the book, okay? Feast of Plenty, options, choices and their consequences, life's blessings. A great feast is laid out before you and requires you to choose. What will satisfy your hunger? Something new and unconventional with its potential for bitter or savory qualities, or something you already know you love. You are faced with plethora, plethora, of options right now, and while that may seem to be an extraordinary thing, too many choices can throw you off balance. You might be worried that once you commit, you won't be able to turn back or refuse to confront the consequences of that decision. The most important thing to realize is that the feast is offering you experience. No amount of overanalyzing or strategizing will help you make the right choice now. Don't debate the right or wrongness. Instead, just choose. It's all about choices. And the choosing is the seed of experience, and that is what is necessary now. Sour, bitter, sweet, savory. What matters is relishing the experience until you digest all that your choice is offering you right now. Only one warning: avoid the same choice if it keeps you hungry. If something didn't feel good or does not bring you what it seemingly promised, do not chase that again. The experience will only repeat itself, and you will have more than a bad taste in your mouth. The feast is yours to enjoy. You can always go back for more when you're hungry again, for life's blessings are ever available to you and calling your name. Maya says, oh my God, I can't even pronounce that, Maya. Massachusetts. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to Google that one. Do you think you can, I ask people this on live quite often, do you think you can pronounce it in spelling words to me in the comments, how to pronounce it? It's spelled beautifully, like it looks like an awesome word, but I'm like, what? Okay, one more collective card and then we will pull a message for Summer. If you are joining us live and you would like a message today, just pop a yes please into the comments, or if you're joining live and you just want to say hello, we'd love to connect with you, know where you are coming in from. Alright, one more beautiful message. That was so interesting that we just pulled the same one twice after that shuffling. Kia ora, Tara. I think that's how I pronounce your name. Hi, sweetie. May I please have a reading? Yes, Summer is next after this collective last one, and then we sure can, Tara. Calgary, Canada. Beautiful. Lovely to have you here. Metox, repairing the body, mind, spirit. So if you just missed the start of the live, I was just saying how all day today I've just kind of like slept. I slept till 11 a.m. and then I meditated all day. And what I said when I came on was like, it's like repairing the body, mind, and spirit. Like it's all, I can just feel so much about integration, like integration sleep, integration rest. Like when we say that we're doing nothing and we're like, I haven't been doing anything, I've been doing nothing, like I feel like the word nothing is like also not the word nothing. The word nothing is like everything, because when we do nothing we allow, and I used this with one of my clients the other day around like how the heart, you know, refills with blood and then, you know, pumps the blood around and oxygenating the blood, etc., and we go into the heart and then it comes out and blah blah blah. It's almost like that with our growth as well as money. It's interesting because we use this example talking about money and working through money blocks and shifts and stuff, but the same with our rest and nourishing and our, you know, our mind, body, soul stuff, when we are needing to repair, replenish, integrate, process, etc. If we do not, and I suppose it ties into like your feminine and masculine energy as well. It's like if you do not allow that time, that nothingness time, that integration, that processing, that time where the blood can come in and refill, you know, like in between the refills, how is it ever going to expand? How is it then going to be moved around the body so that the body can keep functioning, so that you can keep expanding and growing and getting healthier, etc., etc. And so it's the same with repairing the body, mind, spirit, like being okay, like where can you bring, so if this message feels cool to you today, it's like where can you bring more nourishing and more nothingness is what I'm hearing today, is like more nothingness into your life. So if it's always like, if you're living really fast paced and there's always something to do and you always go, organize all the time, it's like where can you do some more nothingness? And it might be really challenging for you at that time, but I want you to set your time. If you need to, put it in your calendar in your phone, put a reminder in there and say 1 hour of nothing this weekend. And it may be, if you're anything like me, if you're anything like me, it may be really fucking hard at first. Like I find it really hard. I have to like sit on my fucking hands to sit still, because it's kind of like in my conditioning, it's part of my personality as well, it's some of my creative chaos. But sometimes when we really try to, it depends on what personality you are. There's some people that are really good at sitting there and like meditating and then doing nothing and just chilling out and listening to the birds and things outside, or sitting down and having a cup of tea and doing nothing. And then there's some other people, depending on your personality and who you are and your upbringings and your experiences, it can also be the opposite, which is quite like me. Like I'm always go, do all the things, do. And I really have to put conscious intention into the being and doing the nothing so that the integration kind of comes through, yeah? So, yeah. So if you can feel that you've been doing so much and you need to do more nothingness, today is this message for you. Okay, beautiful Summer Dawson. Let's see what we have for you today. Beautiful. One already jumped out. I'm just going to keep shuffling just in case. Yeah. Did you see that? Look. Two. That was fast as. I generally quite often need to shuffle quite long, Summer, and it takes a while for them to kind of come through, but that was really, really sharp and straight. Wow, I haven't pulled this card before. Skywriting. The Fates. The first one that fell out on a bit. Skywriting. The Fates. So if you can't, I'm not sure how clear you can see through the screen, but there's actually like, it looks like a fairy or something here, Summer, with the, like, this looks like some sort of language, some sort of writing, if that makes sense. And all I saw was like the purple shining through behind the, like shining through the back of the moon there, that it's like, it almost looks like a dancer even. It is a fairy, I think, but then there's also like a feather coming off the edge here. That's really, it's almost like, I'm like, do you have your own language? I'm like hearing like, do you have your own language? What's your language? What's your language? So I would say that my language is definitely dancing. Like, I speak through my dancing. If you ever watch my dancing, if you get to witness my dancing, if you dance with me, dancing is my motherfucking language. It comes through me. I can't even describe it. But then when you see it or you feel it, you're like, fuck, it is a language. And it's like today, it's like, do you know what your language is? Like, what is your language? What do you speak? Is it nature? Is it motherhood? Is it through meditation? Is it through writing? Is it through your work? Is there something that you're passionate with? Is there a hobby? Like, what do you speak? What do you speak? It's almost like, what do you speak? How do you speak? What is your language? And if you don't know what your language is that lights you up, that shines you, that lets you and allows you to express all of yourself, maybe this is a message to, at the moment, start discovering what is. It's almost like, if you don't know, this is the time now. Start asking yourself, what language do I speak? Like, can you discover more of like who you are in your own language that is yours, that you understand, and no one else needs to understand that. And how can you kind of come into discovering more about how to connect with yourself, to be able to express and speak yourself really, really, really loudly, because it's like, I almost want to say, like, after saying all that, it's like you do kind of have a language, but at the same time, it could definitely be deeper. It could definitely be more. It could definitely be connected to. It could be like elevated. It could be brought up just that little bit more. It could be accentuated so that you could enjoy it, all the pleasure of your language and how you speak, and feel, I don't know, even like more free with your own unique language, if that makes sense. And the second card that flipped over while I was shuffling, Fortune's Wheel, Luck and Right Timing. It's fucking powerful. Fortune's Wheel, Luck and Right Timing. It just said something, I can't remember exactly what it was, but about like, this is the time, like, it's almost like this is the time to open, like with the, it's like, this is the time to open. And if you choose to like skip into your own language, it's really, really gonna open you. Like, it's all here for you. It's all here for your highest good. It's really here to open you, if that makes sense, Summer. I'm just gonna read this one from the book for you, yeah? 23. Fortune's Wheel. Luck and right timing. A turn of fortune. The Fortune's Wheel is a sign that luck has found the right timing in your life. You have the magic touch and everything turns to gold. There is nothing you can do wrong. You only need to hold what you desire as your intention, and it becomes true. Do not waste this power or trifling things. Dream big, really, really big. And now I can just hear big. It's like big, bigger, even bigger. Do you think that's as far as you can go? Bigger. That's what I can hear. For surely this opportune moment will pass. Such is the nature of Fortune's Wheel. Use the creative power of the Fortune's Wheel for the benefit of others, and the gifts will be returned to you tenfold. Use it only for your own gain, and you will be left I always get these big words. Impoverished Impoverished, and with the bitter taste of squandered opportunity. Fortune's wheel comes unannounced. Notice the early signs and the coincidental encounters and the seemingly magical and synchronous events that herald its arrival, that call, that email, that invitation, that chance encounter with no accident. They all were choreographed by fortune. Do not wait any longer. Recall your boldest and noblest longing and invite it into your life. This invitation is all that is required. Super big there, Summer. Hope there is some messages in there that resonate and relate for you today. Beautiful. Wonderful. Tara, are you still here? Lovely. Just need you guys to be live if you would like a message. If anyone is just, oh my gosh, I'm really throwing them around the place. What came out? Cosmic Womb, the Divine Feminine. So I'm feeling this one jumped out for you. Tara's still here, yes. If you're still joining, if there is other people joining us here that would like a message today, just pop a yes please into the comments if you would like a message. So Tara, today it's Cosmic Womb, the Divine Feminine. So the beauty of this card, I'm going to try and hold it still for a minute so you can have a little look. I almost just want to ask, like, you know, when we sometimes ask really simple questions, and the simple questions have like so much magic in them, they have so much to open in us, if that makes sense. I want to say, like, divine feminine energy, what does it mean to you? What is your relationship to divine feminine? And you might go, I don't want you to like analyze it. I don't want you to try and change it. I just want you to like say what it is. So when I say that, like, divine feminine, what does it mean to you? What is your feminine energy? What is your relationship to divine feminine? Like, that's what I just keep hearing, but I don't want you to analyze. And you can even, if you feel comfortable, pop it in the comments here, or just quickly write it down on your phone or on a piece of paper next to you. It's almost like, don't analyze it. Don't try and change it to be anything than it already is. Like, it's just bringing awareness to where in your feminine is. Like, we all have masculine and feminine energy, and it's almost like today it's like, can we bring awareness to what your divine feminine, like what divine feminine is for you? Where is your feminine energy? What can you bring awareness to today so that it can open you a little bit more? Tara says, trying to have it take control over my masculine. So just trying to clarify here, Tara. So are you saying I need to nurture my feminine? Okay, yeah. So do you live stronger in your in your masculine energy? And what you're saying is surrendering to the feminine more, surrendering to your feminine, connecting with and building a relationship of feminine as well. It's almost like, so like where Tara says, yes, I do. Yeah, I resonate with that really big too. I am in my masculine a lot of the time. I've done a lot of work in the last 6 months myself, working on stepping into it. But it's like today, even I don't know if you journal or if you write things down, but even just writing down those questions that I just said, like, what is my relationship to, and just free journaling. Even just set a timer for 10 minutes and free journal. And even if the first things that come up is I don't know what my relationship is to my feminine, or it's shit, or it's this, or it's that, or it's absent, or whatever. Because when we start to unpack what is the factual, even if that's not what we want, or we feel like it's naughty or bad or wrong or right or whatever we feel, if we can shine light on those parts first so that we bring awareness, then we can start stepping into, I would say, and you can go back to the replay in case I'm talking too fast or you want to go back and get the questions, but it's like after you've done that, if you've journaled into that, it's asking yourself things like, okay, so I know this is where I'm at with my feminine, and you've already just told me that you want to, or you need to step into surrendering into that feminine energy more. writing down why. Like why do you desire, or why do you feel like you need to or want to accentuate or enhance and encourage your feminine energy more? Like, what is it going to open for you? How is it going to support you more? Why? Like, is it because someone's told you that you need to open it, or is it because you feel gravitated to it, or because you just know and your intuition's telling you? And then asking the how. So how can I open this for myself? Okay, so maybe once a week I will schedule 30 minutes in my, like, clock 30 minutes out in the weekend to have a bath and coconut oil my body, or twice a week on a Monday and a Friday morning before I go to work, or whatever you do in life, I am going to just dance to a whole song. I'm going to put on a really cool song that I like, and I'm going to dance sensually in my underwear or in the nutty before I get in the shower, or something that, you know, light the candles, what makes you feel feminine. And it may be uncomfortable parts of it if you're not always in that feminine energy, but it's like opening it and understanding why do you want to open it, where is it coming from? And then the other is like, okay, so how can I step into just doing little tweaks in my day to bring into my feminine energy? I'm just going to read the message from the book for you as well, Tara. Creativity, the divine feminine. The cosmic womb is a reminder that you're undergoing a beautiful process of birthing a new self into being. Through the womb. You don't know who or what it is yet, but you know it's full of life and love and passion and spirit. It's the perfect expression of you, imbued with love incarnate and ignited by the vital spark received from the divine. If you've had a difficult time in recent memory, feeling dry and stagnant or lost and unsupported, this is changing right now. You will feel newly inspired as so many ideas beckon for your attention. Know that you're safe to explore the expression of your rejuvenated creativity, releasing all judgment as your curiosity is piqued. I don't know how to say that one. Piqued. You're in the most fertile cycle of your life right now, intuitively keen, with heart wide open, mindful that each step in the direction of your dreams and desires is effortlessly supported by all the divine helpers in the unseen realms. That was powerful, Tara. I'm glad I read that for you. Hope those messages have landed something beautiful for you. Kia ora, Sarah. Sarah Rose. Hopefully, am I saying that right? Is it Sarah or Sarah? Please correct me. I would say Sarah, but I may be wrong. Tara, I'm in tears. So much love, beautiful. Tara says, thank you. Let those tears flow. Let them be in the feminine. Let them flow. The tears of beauty. It's reconfiguring that in ourselves and recalibrating that in ourselves, that the tears of beauty, the tears of healing, and they'll let you go into your feminine more. Maybe if you've got nothing that you're doing right now, let those tears come out and go and have a beautiful hot shower. Give yourself a massage. Much love and light. You're so welcome, darling. Okay, beautiful message for Sarah. I'm going to say Sarah until I get confirmation if I'm pronouncing it right or not. If anyone else would like a message today, just pop a yes please into the comments. I am so hot right now. Sometimes go to put like a jumper on before I come on to do readings, and then I stop myself because every time I come on I like come off sweating. I'm just so fiery inside when the energy just flows through. Beautiful Sarah, if you are here, just give me here or yes please, still Maddie, just so that I know you're here, because I only read when we're live. Maya says yes please. Sure thing, Maya. I'll just give Sarah maybe 2 more minutes to see if she is here. Otherwise I can pull you a message for sure. Just have some water. Alright, we will do you, Maya, just because I haven't had Sarah come through yet. But we can go back to her if she is here. And the comments haven't come through because sometimes they're a little bit delayed depending on where you are in the world, where I am. Hey. Joyful Moose inspiration. I almost want to say, Maya, like, how are you feeling today? It's interesting because what I'm feeling, unless I'm feeling someone else on the live somewhere, somehow, but what this card, when I see this card, when I see it, it reminds me of, like, the vibrancy, like, you know, that joyful, that fun, and I kind of feel like maybe you're not exactly feeling like that right now, but I may be picking up someone else's energy. But it's almost like, like what I'm feeling here is not really what I'm feeling in the energy that I am feeling, if that makes sense. So I'm not sure if I'm getting you or if I'm getting someone else. And then at the same time, it's almost like maybe this is what you need. Do you need some lighten up, some joyful? Do you need some inspiration? Are you looking for it? It's almost like, it's like, are you bored? Have you been bored? Is there things that are just like plain and it's just like Groundhog Day, and it's just like get up and do the same thing over and over and over and over, and it's like, fuck, I'm so sick of it. I just get up and I go to work, or I do the kids, or I do whatever, and then I do this and I do that, and that's what we fucking do. It's Groundhog fucking Day. And today it's like, what am I saying? Oh, you're right. Okay, it is. Thank you for that confirmation. It's interesting because I was like, when I first got this deck, I lie the decks all over my bed, like every single card, and I look at them individually and connect with them and build a relationship with them. And when I first got this deck, straight away when I said this, I was like, this is my personality. Like, I'm not flat today, but I'm quite like mellow for my energy. Like, I'm usually a lot more is my norm, and this card reminds me of myself. And when we first came out, it's almost like, maybe you desire this, maybe you're desiring the joyfulness, the vibrancy, like the high vibe, like, let's go, but not the fake kind. It's like it's like you really, really just want to bring the fire to your life, like the sparkles and the fireworks, and you're like, oh, I want it there, but I'm just, fuck it. It's almost like maybe you're a little bit exhausted, or there's a little bit of tiredness there, and it's almost like, where's the fucking inspiration? Where's the creativity? So I'm wondering if there's anything in... It's almost like, where can you just like, can you pause and ask yourself, if you had no responsibilities, if you had no responsibilities at all, no commitments, no relationships, no responsibilities, what would you fucking want to be doing right now? And feel free to answer me in the comments if you would like, or say it to yourself, or write it down, or just feel into it. Like, what would you, if you had no responsibilities, no relationships, no commitments, no needing money, no needing to rest, or any of these things, what would fucking light you up and make you go, yahoo! Like, it's like, because that's where you're going to find inspiration. And then there may be all these excuses and things that kind of come up. Like, that's what I'm hearing now. I was like, yeah, Maddie, but then I'll be like, but the money, and I gotta work, and I gotta do this, but the responsibilities are here, Maddie. So what are you talking about? How can I just step into this sparkly, like, firework of, like, joyousness when factually I have these responsibilities? And then what I'm hearing is you always have a fucking choice. Yep, it may be hard. Yep, you may have to sacrifice things. Yep, you may have to risk things. But if we are feeling mundane and like we're going round and round and round the fucking mouse wheel, I was going to say mouse wheel, round the mouse wheel, that's showing us that we're not in alignment. Which I feel like that's probably nothing new I'm telling you. You're probably like, yeah, Maddie, I fucking know that. But it's almost like you always have a choice. We always have a fucking choice. And it's like, yep, it may be the harder road for a while, but it's almost like, are you willing or are you ready, or do you feel like, is there something gravitating you to that inspiration that you really, 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 really want, you know, like, and it may be hard, it may be painful, or get darker before it gets lighter type of thing. But it's almost like a message that you can do it. This is the message of you can do it, but there is going to be sacrifices. It may not get better, faster. It may not, sorry, so much going through. It may not get better right away is what I'm trying to get out of my mouth. But it's like sometimes choosing, you know, it's like if we have two pathways, you know, we have two pathways, and this one's like, oh yes, everyone will do it for me, yep, and I'll go this way because it's easier, and this one's like that dark pathway that's like got all the rocks and all the fucking hurdles and the spiders and all the scary things, but at the end it's fucking golden and it's worth it, and once we get there it's healed. But this one just kind of stays the same, it stays the same, it stays the same. So it's like you can weigh out what you want to choose, but there is golden, and it's true, deep, pure golden energy in this. But we do not have that golden or that light space without the journey there, which can be a bit jiggity, it can be a bit bumpy, it can be a bit hard, yeah? Maya says, at this moment, probably same shit I'm doing now. I'm not too sure what did you, at this moment, probably same shit I'm doing now. Lol. So you would be doing the same stuff? Oh, okay. So if you had no responsibilities, you'd still be, so does what, okay, so I want to bring you back. I'm like, so does what you're doing now make you happy? Like, how are you actually feeling about life right now? That's a really wide question, but like, how do you actually feel? Like in your general state at the moment in life, it's like, how do you actually feel about what you're doing right now? The same shit, like, and why? Why would you probably be doing the same shit? And would you be satisfied with that? And is satisfied enough? Or do you want more? This card that I just used for that little path analogy thing. Will-o'-the-wisp. Never put this either. Treasures hidden in the shadows. So that's pretty much what I was just talking about. And look at the fucking colours of the cards too. I was using this one as like that path. It's just like, oh yeah, it's kind of like, and then this one about like the dark like pathway that's all dark and rocky and spiders and all those things. And it's like will-o'-the-wisp, treasures hidden in the shadows. And if I just put this a bit closer for you. It's big. Some of those questions in there may be pushing you a little. I hope, because that's why we're here. This is why we do these things. This is why we do this work, and then we are in our raw, real truth, and we're here and we ask for, yes, please, can I hear the message? Because we want that guided support to push us, to pull us out and call us into the space that we want to be at that time. I'm just going to read this one for you, Maya, yeah? Treasures hidden in the shadows, the great mystery, epiphany. Will-o'-the-wisp hovers in her luminous glory above the twilight moors of your life, whispering for you to step into the fog, into the mystery, the unknown. You may have been visited by her before, but though intrigued, you refused her invitation. It would be safer, you decided, to remain on the journey. You know, fuck me, what did I just say? Oh. While you always have a choice as to whether to follow her or not, you never know when you might encounter her again. In this sense, turning away has its own consequences. Why is the known so appealing? It's a good question. Why is the known so appealing? It's only when you wake up to its restrictions, its soft prison, or golden cage that you realize there must be more. Will-o'-the-wisp has come to you once again to offer you magic, but you will have to sacrifice but you will have to sacrifice certainty in the pursuit of adventure. Your comfort zone for the, I'm just fingers at my dark, for your comfort zone for the dangers of discovery, your well-trodden path for the detours that may very well lead you astray. Or will they? Can you accept that losing yourself will bring you closer to your true self? The profound shift of an epiphany can occur only when you risk the detour and enter the unknown. Now is the time to trust higher forces to lead you into this place. These worlds hidden at the threshold between what was and what can be. Here is where you will learn about your own unmaking, to unmask yourself, love what you discover, dark or light, see all as divine, and find a quiet thrumming power waiting for you to channel it into the world for good. The treasure you find filled with the wealth of love and kindness. True prosperity is ripe to share with others. She is here for you now. Will you accept her invitation? A great bounty of goodness awaits you. Let's take a deep breath, Maya, if you need to. I needed to. Maya says, I feel sad, miserable about life. I mean, at this time, it's 2:08 a.m. I'd probably be asleep or just relaxing. Yeah, especially when we're up at this hour, and I'm not sure why you're up at this hour. I'm almost like, I'm not sure if you've heard of the, or if you know much about the Chinese, I always forget what it's called, Chinese medicine time sheet. I actually posted an example of it on my page last week. If you want me to send it to you, just send me a private message and I can forward you the post that it was in. But it talks about like when we wake at certain times in the night and what it means and how it relates to our body and things like that. So I suppose when you're saying I feel sad, miserable about life, you said above how you'd probably be doing the same thing if you had no responsibilities. I'm wondering, is that because you're in such a space of those emotions, or like those lower emotions? That's what it kind of feels like at the moment. I may be off, but like it almost feels like like, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's almost like the reason that you would still be doing the same thing even if you had no responsibilities is because you almost, like, I don't know, do you feel trapped, or like it's like, these are my emotions, I'm not too sure how to get out of them, I'm not sure how to feel out of them, like I'm in this space and I'm not sure where to go from here, I'm not too sure, it's like I'm feeling them, so this is all I know, and it's just, I'll just keep going almost. Alright, one more call if anyone would like a message. I hope that supported you in some way. Maya, thank you very much for joining us. If anyone else would like a message, I have time for one more. If anyone would like a card, just pop a yes please into the comments. Maya says yes, exactly. Well, sending so much love to you, beautiful, and just, yeah, breaths. Today what I'm hearing is just breaths for you. Sending you warmth, cuddles, loves in this time, because it can be a right battle sometimes when we're going through grieving and we're trying to find our way. Feel free to keep an eye out and come back and join us on live. I've been on every day for the last couple of weeks, nearly 2 weeks, or something like that. So feel free to come back and join us. I am doing also a free 4-day a course from the 25th of October to the 28th. If you happen to want to join us, just pop the word magic into the comments and I can also send you the details for that. It's completely free, no tie-ins. It's called Be Your Own Magic, about self-discovery, mindset, expression, and commitment. Last card. Dances on one foot. Balancing act. Green. I just keep on hearing like heart chakra. I wonder if this card's not specifically, maybe if it's talking to me, because I feel like I've been dancing on one foot but in like a balanced, fun way. In like the Joyful Moose way, the Joyful Moose card that came up before. I'm going to read a message from the book from this one because I feel like there's nothing else for me to really say from there. It's just almost like, yeah, green, heart. Sure, Maya, I will send you the link to join the group so you can join us for the 4 free days. Yeah, I don't know, it's just like green. It's just like, yeah, we're dancing. That's all I can feel through today. So let's read from the book and then we will be off for the night. Balancing act, resourcefulness, saying yes to life. When dances on one foot shows up, you are called to find a new balance. Just as a dancer moves gracefully into each pose, no matter how precociously, I think I'm reading that right, precociously balanced a step might seem, you must bring equanimity to the situation before you. No matter how thorny or difficult a relationship seems, if you are putting too much effort into managing your life, work, relationship, family, and digital media, you are missing the point. You have to be dancing while juggling your entire life, knowing that at any one time, half of it is going to be up in the air. It's not that you are doing too much and find it impossible to catch up. Rather, it's that you are confusing readiness with preparation. You will never ever be fully prepared for all the challenges in your life. But you can be ready to say yes to a new invitation the universe offers you. Live in a state of yes to spirit and no to everything not infused with life, romance, vitality, and the sacred. You will be surprised by how quickly your load lightens when you hold true to this lesson. You are challenged now to work with the resources available to you and not be seduced by the belief, if I only had more. Life has provided you with everything you need to accomplish your goals and fulfill your mission. When it feels like you are losing your balance, do not contract, holding your arms close to your chest, for you will fall. Instead, reach out and extend them fully in saying yes to Spirit's steadying hand. Very powerful. Love yous all. Have a beautiful evening, morning, sleep, whatever time of day it is. Love you all.